Okay, so good day. So it's already 2:25. So I hope you're still here. So may nabawasan na tayong few students. Habol na lang yung iba. So I will start discussing work and energy. So I think among the topics, this particular part of of physics is I think the most important na ma-discuss and may impact sa lahat. Not the work per se, but the energy conservation. So remember, work done on a body is given by the dot product of the force with the displacement of the object. So meron tayong force na cosine dito. Meron tayong equation na cosine phi dito. So this particular point of our discussion, gusto natin na aligned yung cosine, yung object, yung force dun sa displacement yung gagalawan. So let's say gagalaw yung object to the right. So we want our force to be as aligned as we can to maximize the work done. So kung halimbawa ang force mo ay nandito, force mo pababa, pero ang paggalaw ng object ay to the right, the force is perpendicular. So it has nothing to do with the motion of your object. So this is relatively in terms of work done, medyo useless work yan kasi yung force mo pababa pero yung displacement mo to the right which is perpendicular. Kaya may cosine phi dito na expression. So when is work maximum? Yung perfect alignment is at phi equals 0. So cosine 0 is equal to 1. Ito yung maximum work done. And kailan siya pinaka-minimum? When phi is equal to 180 degrees. So kung halimbawa ang object mo ay moving to the right, tas meron kang force moving to the left, the angle between them, kasi opposite sila is 180 degrees. Ang cosine ng 180 is -1. So the work done is negative. So itong setup na to, this is most applicable kapag may friction. So meron tayong force na pag ganito, force friction, tapos yung object mo gumagalaw to the right. Ang work mo is negative. The sign is negative. Tapos maximum yung work kapag ang force mo ay same direction as displacement of the object. Zero ang work kapag ang force mo ay perpendicular sa displacement ng object. So let's discuss kinetic energy. Mabilisan lang. Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv squared. So kinetic, galaw. Energy associated with movement. So it makes sense that the formula is linked with the square of the velocity or the square of the speed. So the higher the speed is, the higher is your kinetic energy. So yan yung formula. Let's now discuss potential energy. We will briefly discuss potential energy. So yung potential, so potent, this is linked with, how do I say this? Yung word na stored. May potential ka, so it's within you. So the energy is stored. Okay. So you can think of it as that way. Stored potential energy. So it's stored energy. So U grav, which is yung potential na gravitational, is equal to mass. This is something that is constant with the object times gravitational acceleration. This is a constant times height. So pag tinataas mo yung height ng object, you're adding more potential into it. You're adding more energy into it. So halimbawa, meron kang object, ang height niya ay 2 meters, tinaas mo. Pag nahulog yung object, it has potential to cause damage dun sa babagsakan niya. And if I increase the height kung saan mo inilagay yung object, so let's say you increase the height from 2 meters to 3 meters, the potential energy here is higher because mas mataas yung height. And the potential to cause damage once you release the object is higher when you release it at 3 meters in comparison to a height of 2 meters. Kaya ang term dito is gravitational potential energy. The stored energy associated with the height, kapag mataas yung height mo, tinaas mo na tinaasan yung height, mas malaki yung potential niya na mag-cause ng damage pag bumagsak siya. So let's say yung mass mo ay feather versus piano. So kapag yung piano, tinaas mo ng 3 meters versus feather, pag binagsak mo both at the same time, mas may mataas na potential to cause damage yung piano na nasa 3 meters kesa sa feather na nasa 3 meters. But nonetheless, the higher the height your object comes from, the higher is its gravitational potential energy. And we also have elastic potential energy. So this is the stored energy kapag nagko-compress tayo or nag-stretch ng spring. So pag kinompress mo yung spring, anong gusto mangyari yung spring? Gusto ng spring na bumuka ka. Kapag naman binuka mo yung spring, ano yung gusto niyang gawin? Gusto niyang bumalik. But by elongating the spring and maintaining it at this particular length, so let's say stretch mo siya at a particular length, you are storing energy into your spring. And once you release that particular spring, the spring would return to its original length. Pero kung mas malaki yung pagka-stretch mo, mas mabilis yung mas mataas yung energy na mare-release kapag binitawan mo yung spring mo. Okay? Is this clear? If you stretch it or if you compress it too much, you're storing a lot of energy into your spring system such that if when you release that particular spring, kapag super stretch siya or super compressed, it will rapidly return to its original state at a very fast rate. So there's a rapid conversion of your stored energy to whatever else. So this is manifested in your kinetic energy, which we will discuss later in the next slide, which is yung mechanical energy. So the mechanical energy is the sum of the potential and kinetic energy. So meron tayong tinatawag na conservation of mechanical energy. So for conservative systems, so take note conservative, ano ibig sabihin ng conservative? Nagko-conserve. Something is being conserved. So in this case, the total mechanical energy is conserved. So I think this is as important, very important concept. Meron ka nako-conserve na concept. So yung kinetic at potential energy is always constant kung conservative yung system. Ibig sabihin walang nadi-dissipate na energy, no friction. So ganito yung nangyayari. So let's say you have a falling object. This is state 1, this is state 2, this is state 3. So ang mechanical energy niya ay constant. So ang kinetic energy mo dito sa point 1, ang kinetic energy mo sa point 1 ay 0, ang potential energy mo ay maximum kasi nasa highest point ka. Naintindihan? Tapos, yung kinetic energy mo, bibilis ng konti at object 2 kasi nalalaglag siya. So, KE is increasing. Yung potential mo nababawasan kasi nako-convert siya into kinetic energy. So, it's decreasing. And sa ground, kinetic energy just before touching the ground, pinakamabilis yung object na bumabagsak. So, maximum yung kinetic energy mo. The potential energy that is initially at point 1 is changed and manifested into a kinetic energy. So yung potential energy mo dito is minimum. Okay, so ganito yung nangyayari dyan. For example, meron kang ball sa highest point, 5 joules siya, yung potential energy mo. Ang kinetic energy niya ay 0 joules. So, ang mechanical energy mo ay yung sum ng dalawa, which is 5 joules. So, kung halimbawa bumabagsak na siya dito, nababawasan yung potential energy mo, 3 joules na lang. So, yung kinetic energy mo ay 2 joules. Kasi dapat fix yung sum ng potential plus kinetic. So bababa siya ng bababa yung potential until maging 0 joules, ma-convert siya into 5 joules, and then yung mechanical energy mo ay 5 joules pa rin. So I hope this is clear that the sum of the potential and kinetic energy is equal to the mechanical energy, and it is constant kapag walang friction na nangyayari. And yung potential energy mo mataas at high heights, and if the spring is super compressed or super stretched. And yung manifestation ng pag-convert ng potential energy is usually seen in high motion, yung pag-change niya, yung pag-transform into kinetic energy. I hope this is clear. So, any questions? Okay, so okay, let's now proceed with the short questions. Okay, pakisagutan. Given the diagram below, maximum work is done in, meron kang 10 newtons na gumagalaw to the right, meron kang object na gumagalaw sa right. So, kailan merong maximum work? Kailan merong minimum work? Okay, go. Ay, sorry, hindi pa pala nagre-release yung ball. Okay, go. Ay, sorry. Wala bang share screen? Sorry. So, pakisagutan na lang. Sorry. Um, okay, daanan natin na mabilis lang yung ibang topics. So, dami ko na palang nasulat. Sorry. Pasensya na, ngayon ko lang napansin sa chat. So, you can speak up. Kung may hindi nag-share screen ako or something, you can call my attention. Pwede kayo mag-unmute. Pasensya na. So, mabilis ang discussion lang ulit. So, meron tayong gravitational potential energy. So, kapag mas mataas yung height, mas mataas yung nasa stored na energy. So, mgh yung formula natin dyan. The higher the height, the higher the stored energy. For the elastic potential energy, the more compressed or stretched it is, the higher the energy that you are storing, and its manifestation is high speed or high kinetic energy once the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and that the sum of the potential and kinetic energy is constant during conservative systems. Ayan. So, and then yung work mamaya ko na i-discuss. So, pakisagutan muna. Can you see my screen? Ayun, pasensya na, sorry. The maximum work is done in what diagram? Minimum in what diagram? Okay, so the correct answer is, I'll end the poll. Parang wala na sumasagot. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. So maximum siya at A at 1 when the object is ang force mo ay 10 newtons to the right and it's moving right. And then minimum siya at number 3 kasi 0 yung work done nung setup no number 3. The correct answer is letter B. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, assume that mass 2 is greater than mass 1. So, ibig sabihin, ano yung direction ng fall ng pulley, ng setup? So, yung setup natin is, ang paggalaw ng object natin ay, itong mass 2 ay downward, ang mass 1 ay upward. Take note, ang tension natin ay upward, yung na-experience ng mass 1. Ang tension ng mass 2 na na-experience ay also upward. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So yung mass 2 bumababa, yung mass 1 tumataas. Okay, please answer question number 2. The work done by the tension of the rope on mass 1 is positive or negative, while the work done by the gravitational force on mass 2 is blank. Go. Okay, so I'll end the poll. So the correct answer is, let's discuss first. So anong direction ng gravitational force? Ang gravitational force natin ay laging downward. Downward ang gravitational force. Ang tension natin laging, in this case, upward. Okay, so the work done by the tension on mass 1. So yung tension natin pataas, ang mass 1 natin gumagalaw pataas. So, ang work natin ay positive because the force and the displacement are in the same direction. So this is positive. Okay, yung gravitational force on mass 2, yung mass 2 natin, pababa, bumababa yung mass 2, yung gravitational force natin ay downward din. So yung downward yung gravitational force, downward din yung direction ng object natin. So the work done by the gravitational force on mass 2 is also positive. So the correct answer is letter A. So almost a third got the correct answer. Okay. Okay, so I'll skip this question 3 and question 4. Okay, isa-skip ko ng question 3 and question 4 and question 5. So bibilisan ko na lang yung pag-discuss nito. So para lang makita ninyo kung yung application ng uh, hindi ko na i-ask. So a monkey running at 10 meters per second grabs a forest vine and swings upward, assuming no frictional losses. The maximum height the monkey can swing is, so it says conservation of energy. So 1/2 mv squared. Yung height natin ay 0. 0 kasi sa start, nasa baba si monkey, h equals 0, which is equal to 1 half m v final squared. So in this case, v final is 0 kasi highest point si monkey plus mgh. So in this case, ito yung max height. So this is 0, and then this is 0. Yung monkey mo, same yung mass. So we can cancel monkey m. And then also yung m sa right-hand side. So we now have height max is equal to, matitira na lang natin dito is mgh max, gh max, tsaka 1 half v squared sa left-hand side. So h max is equal to v squared over 2g. So in this case, this is 110 squared all over 2 times 10. So this is 100 over 20 or 5 meters. So the answer for question 3 is letter A. Okay, so sa letter B, I will not discuss this anymore. And letter C, question 5 is, I will skip this. Okay, let's now discuss momentum. Okay, momentum is the product of mass and velocity. So this is given by P equals mv. And the change in momentum is given by PF minus P1. Ito lang important na ma-highlight dito. Plus, in the absence of an external force in a system, total momentum is conserved. This is expressed mathematically as M1V1 summation initial is equal to summation ng M1V1F final. Tapos meron tayong two types of collision, elastic, wherein kinetic energy is conserved, and inelastic, where kinetic energy is not conserved. Okay. So, mabilisan lang na concept, dinaanan lang natin. So, super application ng question. So, true or false? In a perfectly inelastic collision, total momentum is conserved and kinetic energy is not conserved. So true or false? Go. So in a perfectly inelastic collision, total momentum is conserved and kinetic energy is not conserved. Okay, so I'll end the poll. I'll share the results. So mas marami yung false. So daanan lang ulit natin. So since mabilisan lang naman yung question, so I'm not expecting you to ano. So for inelastic collision, kinetic energy is not conserved and momentum is conserved kapag walang external forces. So in this case, in a perfectly inelastic collision, total momentum is conserved and kinetic energy is not conserved. So the correct answer is true. Okay. Okay, next question. Ito naman yung momentum. So please read this particular question. And I'll skip this particular question. Question 3 na agad tayo sa momentum. A 60-kilogram man is initially standing in 120-kilogram boat in still water. The man suddenly dives 2 meters per second east. What will be the final velocity of the boat? So ang sagot lang dito ay directions. So letter A, it will not move. B, A, east, C, or C, west. Okay? So please answer this question. So, ABC lang yung sagot ha. Okay, please answer. Go. So, let me give a background. So, meron tayong boat. So, merong tao dito. 60 kilogram yung tao. Ito 120 kilogram. Tapos tumalon siya 2 meters per second east. So ano ang magiging direction ng boat? So it will not move. B, east. C, west. Okay, so I'm waiting for one more answer. Okay, so I'll end it. I'll end the poll. Okay, so majority answered west. So the correct answer is west. So in fact, this is one of the applications of the conservation of momentum. So ang initial momentum ay 0 before kasi hindi gumagalaw. Pero after, so 60 kilogram times 2 meters per second east plus 120 kilograms times V. So we solved algebraically. So this is equivalent to um, negative 60 times 2 equals 120V. Therefore, V is equal to negative 1 meters per second or 1 meter per second west. So gumagalaw yung boat mo to the west. Okay? So momentum is conserved. Okay. And from momentum conservation, gagalaw yung boat mo to the west. Okay, let's proceed with question number 4. Same question. A 60 kilogram man is initially standing in 120 kilogram boat in still water. The man suddenly dives 2 meters per second east, which caused the boat to move west. In this case, total momentum is blank and kinetic energy is blank. Go. Pakisagutan. So, I hope you would have a clearer understanding of the word conserve. Ibig sabihin ng conserve, hindi nagbabago. So, fixed. So, when something is not conserved, something is changing. So, in our initial discussion in the work energy relationship ng conservation of mechanical energy is conserved. So, the sum of the potential and kinetic energy is fixed. So, hindi siya nagbabago. In this case, sige mamaya. Mamaya ako sabihin yung sagot. Okay, so I'll end the poll. So I'll share the results. Okay, so medyo hati yung class. So understandable kasi medyo minamadali ko na kayo. So the answer here is that momentum is conserved. Tapos yung kinetic energy mo, dati, at rest yung setup, at rest yung person na 60 kilogram man, at yung boat. After tumalon ng guy, gumalaw siya 2 meters per second is yung boat gumalaw 1 meters per second back. So what can we say about our kinetic energy? Nagbago. So not conserved. So the correct answer is letter B. B is the correct answer. Okay, mabilisan na lang class na discussion. torque and statics. This is our last discussion. Torque is equivalent to moment arm times force. Tapos meron tayong sine phi because we want our force to be perpendicular doon sa moment arm natin kung saan siya iikot. So let's say this is the hinge. This is the hinge. Okay, I hope this is clear. So meron ka halimbawang top view to, top view ito. Top view. Kapag tinulak mo yung pinto, ito yung hinge, ito yung hinge. Pag tinulak mo yung force dito, hindi iikot yung pinto. Pero pag tinulak mo siya perpendicular, iikot yung pinto. So, force is maximized, torque is maximized if torque is if force is perpendicular dun sa length ng moment arm. Yung moment arm natin, yung door. So, let's consider this. Let's say umiikot siya along this direction. So, ang rotation niya ay pa ganon. So, I can maximize the rotation of this particular pen if my force is perpendicular. Ito yung moment arm, yung along the length. So, yung force ko is along here. So, magro-rotate siya kapag pa ganon. Pero kapag ang force ko ay pa ganito, hindi iikot yung object. So there's no rotational tendency for the object to rotate. Walang initial tendency. And yung sa statics natin, class, no external force and no external torque. Ibig sabihin, equilibrium yung object. So kapag walang net external torque and net external force, equilibrium yung object natin. So, mabilisang discussion lang. So, we will now proceed agad with multiple choice questions. So, meron ka halimbawang 5 forces acting on an object O. Ito yung axis O, ito yung fixed axis. Meron kang multiple forces A, B, C, D, and E. Which among them provides a counterclockwise torque about axis of rotation O? Okay, go. So, nagpo-poll na ba tayo? Ah, lumalabas na ba yung poll? So, 5 choices tayo. So, pakisagutan. So, kung ang axis natin ay sa O, which will make a counterclockwise rotation about O? A, B, C, D, or E? Okay, I'll end the poll. So, I'll share it. So, I guess, gets yun naman yung idea ng torque. Majority got the correct answer. If you look at it, mabilis ang discussion lang. Si A, pag tinulak mo yung object here, parotate yung triangle clockwise. Si B, parang parotate din clockwise. Si C, ganun din. It will rotate clockwise. Si letter E, not rotate. Hindi mag-rotate yung triangle. At si D, counterclockwise. So I hope this is clear. So na-visualize nyo yung torque. And then question, sige, mag-extend tayo ng konti. A system with both zero net external torque and zero net external forces under equilibrium. True or false? Okay, go. Sorry. Sige, discuss na lang. Sagot dito is true. Kasi yan yung requirement for statics. Dapat walang torque and walang force. Okay, and then yung last na question natin sa torque and statics, um, ano na lang, i-discuss na lang natin ng mabilisan. So I will not solve this. So this is yung balancing na related na application yan. So two boys weighing 25 and 50 kilograms respectively are playing in the seesaw. The lighter boy is 2 meters from the center of the seesaw. Where should the heavier boy sit to maintain equilibrium? So ganito na lang yan, class. So meron tayong seesaw halimbawa. Tapos meron tayong boy dito. So 25 kilograms. Tapos ito ay 2 meters. So san uupo yung yung heavier boy. So usually class sa mga ganitong balancing system, um yung mataba na bata sa mas malapit dapat sa fulcrum. So kung 2 meters yung sagot, mali na yung 2 meters, mali na yung 4 meters. So dapat yung mas mataba usually na bata yung malapit sa fulcrum. So pagpipiliin nyo na lang ay 1 meter tsaka 0.5 meters. So yung torque niya ay mg. Mg yung force tapos 2 meters yung distance. Ito 50 kilograms tapos hindi mo alam yung distance. So dapat equal yung torque. Ito ay clockwise, ito ay counterclockwise yung torque. So to provide an opposing counterclockwise torque, do sa torque na pwedeng ma-provide nitong boy na nandito, dapat ang distance ay 1 meter from the center. So the correct answer is letter C. Okay, so thank you very much. So thank you very much na tayo. So some reminders for tomorrow. I think the topics for tomorrow would be, yes, I will give the soft copies for the slides sa physics, sa science, and the recording of the session. I think yung magagamit nyo sa course nyo, for example, sa mga nursing, sa other courses, magkagamit niyo yung topics next meeting, which is for tomorrow. So we will discuss waves, light, and modern physics, yung mga photoelectric effect. Kasi magagamit nyo siya sa chemistry, tsaka yung mga x-rays, gamma rays, yung mga may health applications. So mas magagamit nyo yung topics for tomorrow. So we will focus on waves, some circuits and basic electric components, magnetism, and photons and other modern physics related topic na medyo comprehensive. So ganito rin yung style natin. I will have a short discussion and then we will have a multiple choice questions. So meron tayong homework na open until the end of until mag-post test sa science. I-open ko out Tuesday immediately, and the quiz would include the short multiple choice homework would include yung diniscuss ko sa lectures natin today and tomorrow. So do you have any other questions before I end this session? Okay. May reminders pa po kayo, Ma'am Ma'am Jo and Ma'am Carol? Okay.
Yung
So,
update,
hello?
yung per day na video, sir, and available naman siya sa sa Canvas per day.
Okay, so we will post this in Canvas and yung slide. Okay, kung wala na, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you
Salamat.
po.
Thank you po.
Thank you.